Hey everybody, Chris and Joe here from Forthright Nutrition. We are going to introduce an exciting new product of ours called HydroFuel today.
One of the main purposes for this product is going to be hydration, but it's super multi-purpose just because it has a focus blend, an immune shield, as well as hydration station. So there's going to be a lot of effects of hydration. Some of them you're going to feel, some of them are a little bit more researched effects, okay? So some of the ones that you're really going to feel, typically if you get really dehydrated, maybe it's you worked outside all day and you sweated a ton, or you had a really long workout, or you were out at a bar for a little bit too long,
A little
bit too long. So the next day you're typically going to feel a lot of those dehydration effects, especially if you went out to a bar. So those are going to be, you can get headaches, you can get dizziness, you can get kind of some nausea, dry mouth for sure. So those are the things that we know, oh, I'm definitely dehydrated, because you basically crave water. So what we're trying to do is prevent that to some effect, from getting dehydrated. Some of the minor effects are things that have been researched to where if you're a little bit dehydrated, but you're not to the point where you're getting a lot of those main effects like that, you get some performance defects. You don't get as much performance, whether it be in the gym, whether it be at your job for like focus, whether it be just power output. You lose a little bit of that, being dehydrated. So that's what this product mainly aims to do, is increase our hydration.
Yes. And with that being said, this does not replace drinking water. You're going to need the water. It's just going to make drinking water a little bit more efficient for the body. Because with the lack of water, your blood's getting thicker, which is making your heart work harder to pump the blood. So with this mixture and a good amount of water, it will keep your body nice and hydrated.
Right.
If we take a look at the supplement panel on the back, the first part of this supplement, we call it the hydration station. There's 8 ingredients involved here. The first one is taurine. Taurine is one of the most abundant amino acids found in muscle tissue, the brain, several organs. So that's going to help regulate calcium in cells. It's going to help regulate usage of electrolytes throughout the body. The next ingredient we have here is betaine anhydrous at 1 gram. Betaine is awesome because it's a methyl donor. So basically, if a cell needs help with something, it can donate something to it, and it also helps with cell hydration. Along with those to assist in hydration, we have 6 minerals: chloride, calcium, potassium, sodium, magnesium, and phosphorus.
And basically those are minerals that are lost through sweat. So especially when you're outdoors, whether it be on a bike ride, whether it be just doing yard work, as you sweat, you're losing those minerals. So this product is basically aiming to replenish those. So it's not like we're trying to supplement with those in a way where like, oh, you're deficient. Right, yeah. You have a deficiency where you have a deficiency in potassium or magnesium or calcium, because those you're going to see much higher doses. If you're deficient in calcium, you might see half a gram. Mm-hmm. If you're deficient in magnesium, it might be 400 milligrams. So it's not to those extent. This is more focused on lower amounts, just because it's helping with the hydration, and our body can absorb those minerals a lot more efficiently and get those where it needs to be with lower doses.
And do you want to touch on how it's dosed on the product?
Right, yeah. So on the label, you'll notice that on the right-hand side, it actually breaks down, how much is actually in the product. So like the chloride, there's 150 milligrams, potassium, there's 99 milligrams, sodium and magnesium, there's 40 milligrams. So that's the actual elemental amount that's in there. So it's not going to be the raw ingredients. So a lot of labels you see, or at least we see on the market, we kind of speculate whether it's the actual elemental amount, which is what actually matters, or if it's the raw ingredient amount. So because the raw ingredient amount is going to vary, it's going to vary depending on what raw ingredient it is. So like with the magnesium citrate, right, so with the magnesium citrate, there's 350 milligrams of actual magnesium citrate in here to yield the 40 milligrams of basically active elemental magnesium that that we need to absorb. And a lot of the reason why is because we can't really absorb those elemental ingredients very well, so it's bonded to, you know, things like citric acid or like sodium chloride. They're bonded together, you know, to actually form salt, but we can't really absorb those, you know, individually very well or efficiently.
The next portion of the product is the immune shield, and what this is, it's our take on immune support for the body. When you're outside, when you're doing anything strenuous, you're putting stress on your body. You're putting stress on the immune system, the central nervous system, everything. So what this is doing, it's going to try to help balance that out. The main ingredient for this is N-acetylcysteine. It has become one of my favorite ingredients because it can be used for many, many, many things. But basically what it is a precursor to glutathione. And glutathione is a very powerful antioxidant in the body. And it's very good with immune support, and it's very, very good for liver health as well. And to assist that in the immune support, we have vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc as well.
So the next part of the product, it's definitely not a
typical.
Yeah, it's not a typical ingredient that you'll see in a hydration formula, just because most of the time people just want hydration formula. It's going to be some electrolytes and, you know, that's basically it. Where we thought a little bit beyond that, to where, well, if you're going to be dehydrated, you're probably doing something, right?
Yes.
So you need to have a little bit extra focus, and that's why we added a primed focus portion of our supplement facts panel. So that's going to encompass the alpha GPC.
And this is my favorite ingredient of all time in the supplement world. Alpha GPC is basically acetylcholine. Acetylcholine your body uses for many things. It's very good for memory formation. It's also used in muscle contractions. Two of the big things, it's your learning transmitter and with movements and muscle contractions. It's been tested, clinically tested. Basically, the main reason why we put it in here was for the cognitive support. It kind of helps connect the dots a little bit. If you've ever had that tip of the tongue syndrome, it kind of helps you figure out that lost word that you need, you know, that you're trying to figure out. But with that being said, it can be used, it's been studied for power output, for increased power output, actually higher than what caffeine can do. But it is not a stimulant, just so you know. There's nothing in here that's going to make you stay awake or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about that. But yes, it's been used for people with Alzheimer's, dementia, things like that. But we thought putting this into the product kind of rounded it out a bit and differentiated it from other hydration products as well.
So we've kind of touched on the, you know, basically uses. You know, obviously it helps with hydration, helps a little bit with the immunity and immune shield, as well as a little bit of focus to, you know, round out the product. But actual concrete things that you can use this for. So obviously anything you're going to be dehydrated in. So any sort of outdoor sporting event, you could use it just because you're going to be sweating a lot, especially if it's hot outside. Any sort of yard work, or if you have a physical demanding job, you know, if you're out doing construction or in a warehouse where it's really hot, you're going to be sweating a lot.
Roofing.
And you're going to be, roofing, you know, stuff like that. You're going to be losing a lot of those electrolytes, a lot of those minerals and stuff, and this is going to help you replenish that.
Also, too, you don't necessarily have to be working outside to drink this. This will be perfectly safe, perfectly fine. Even if you're sitting in a desk job on the computer or anything like that, this is perfectly safe to take. You'll still receive benefits from it. I mean, you have the immune support there. Everybody needs electrolytes. Nobody gets enough of them most of the time. Mm-hmm. And then you have that awesome ingredient, alpha GPC, there for focus.
Right, and a lot of it just helps with hydration. Most people don't drink enough water anyway. So one, this is going to make it taste freaking amazing.
Oh yeah, it's damn
these
good.
flavors are really good. So
we have it. We haven't mentioned, but it's homemade lemonade and royal rainbow.
Right. So both of the flavors really tasty. So it really is going to help you with the hydration, whether you're outside, whether you're just in an office setting. You know. So and then the other thing we did want to mention too is, you know, on here it says only use 1 scoop, and really that's really important, just because
at one time.
Right. At one time. You can take more than 1 scoop throughout the day, but we don't want to overload the body with potassium chloride. There is some research that if you take too much of it at one time, that, you know, you can get some adverse effects. To avoid that, you know, just make sure you don't take more than the intended dose, at least at one time. So, you know, even if you know you're going to be dehydrated, you're going to be working outside, sweating a lot, you know, don't load up with 3 or 4 scoops or something like that just to, you know, hyperhydration or anything like that. You know, just take the 1 scoop. If you know you're going to be sweating a lot, take another dose with you and drink it a couple hours later. You know, on the label it says 4 hours. You want to spread those doses out just so we don't get any of those adverse effects.
Yes. Also, another unique thing about this product, we figured most people would probably be putting this in water bottles and things, and a lot of times with scoops, it's not very easy to get the powder into the bottle without making a mess. So what we did was we put a different type of scoop in here to allow for easy access into a water bottle. Right here, they call it Scoopy technology. Basically what you do is you uncap this like that, take a scoop, level it off, click that bad boy back in, and put it right in the water bottle, and you're good to go.
So we thought that was a really cool addition because, you know, like Chris said, a lot of people for hydration, when they're outside, a lot of times they just have a water bottle, you know, and like he said, it's just difficult. It's a pain in the butt to take a regular scoop and try to funnel it into a water bottle without just making a freaking mess. And we wanted to avoid that. We had the, frankly, ingenious idea to include that because it is a hydration formula. You're not, you know, you're not always going to be putting this into a shaker bottle. You know, it might just be into, you know, a water bottle. So having that scoop in there, I think, is a really good addition to the product, to where it's a little bit easier to use for the consumer. So if you're interested in this product, and I'm sure you are, because like I said, it tastes awesome. It's going to be a really
fantastic.
It's going to be a good product. So if you're interested, go to our website at forthrightsups.com. It's going to be on the front page there. You can scroll down a little bit, click on it. There'll be a little bit more information if you want to read through it on the actual page. Throw it in your cart, check it out. Boom, beat to your door. Find us on Facebook. Find us on Instagram, YouTube. All of our handles are the same. It's going to be on all of the containers at Forthright Subs. So check us out. You'll be able to find us, and we'll have a lot more videos just like this on there. A lot more information for the consumer.
Thanks for watching. Find us on Facebook. If you want to get a hold of me, I'm single.
Seriously.
Just give me a call.
See, married, not married. Get all the laughies and the giggles out. It doesn't matter. That's fine. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Just do it. I believe in you.